guess updates again. Usually I'm supposed to be doing the stream at Five Nights at Freddy's on Sundays, so I'm having a problem with my computer at the moment. I've also, a lot of things have been going on in my personal life. Um, and short amount of time, so, what was I gonna say? So, I've said many times I deal with severe mental illness, and it's really hard to do the basic things. I try not to get too much into it. So my kiwi just had a flight, so I just need some time. Um, some people are just sorry about the noise, but yeah, they've been cold lately. So I mean, I can always do more of these in the meantime. I know it feels like I'm just talking and talking and talking and talking, but it's more quiet, weird, or more like when you're used to the noise and then it's quiet. Anyway, so there's a little incident where my mom had a little. So me and my mom had a little surgery and nothing major. So right, my recovery was very good. So sorry, I'm just doing hand movements. You don't really see it, but so she came home. Thought I'd explain. So I'm not gonna explain the surgery. It's nothing severe, but it was important for me and her. Um, so she came. She did pretty good, and when she came home, and then nighttime, obviously I didn't witness it. So within nighttime, um, thank you. Hi, nice to see you again. Thanks. Yeah, and so nighttime, my mom. So she was about to. So again, this is from what I heard from them. I didn't see it, but you know that feeling where you feel like you need to you're about to throw up and you need to go to the bathroom or the sink. Yeah, she's okay. Cause I mean, we both had a surgery. It wasn't anything major, just something simple. But her reaction, like how she recovered, was really bad. So so basically, I won't talk too some details, but at nighttime, all of a sudden, for she was about to cause I didn't have any of those. Um, this the what she went through, and so she was about to throw up, and so but she didn't make it in time, so she she said she just had to go on her knees and throw up on the good thing there's no carpet, so she told my dad, say, hey, wake up, I'm throwing. So 4 or 5 hours throwing up, to the point where more 4 or 5 hours nonstop trying to get some liquid in. My dad had to call 911, and they came in, and she could not get any. She was gagging, and she said to him, "Gotta call 911." She she could have died. Um, so I mean, our relationship has been much better. But anyways, I don't know where that came from, but so they came, they gave her the fluids, they stayed for a bit, and that was rough. I mean, my dad, he was up taking care. We had to. Ooh, she was in very rough shape for. After they gave her fluids, um, and so yeah, she had to rest. Otherwise, she felt like she was going to throw up. So eventually, I got. She couldn't consume anything in her body, and she was afraid she'd have to go to the hospital. And she, but uh, so let's say she got some. My dad's a psychiatrist, so he prescribed her some anti-nausea, which the doctor didn't, but should have sent it home. that I'll get to later. Um, yeah, so about that, yeah, something's going on with my computer, and also my mental stability has been really bad. Really bad. Really, really, really bad. Where it's like I just want to stay in bed and do nothing. And it's hard when you deal with that. I didn't always have it, but yeah, so yeah, I can stream later. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out again. I'm not tech savvy. I'm still trying to figure. I want to do the Five Nights at Freddy's, but I have to ask my brother maybe some. Yeah, and I take medication that definitely helps. But anyways, yeah. So I'm still figuring out. I just made a Blue Sky account. It's like Twitter, but it's not X. Those of you who do or don't know, I don't support Trump, Elon. I don't do X. I don't do TikTok. Um, so, anyways, going back to my mom. Ooh, that was rough. Yeah, kind of bedridden at home. She didn't go to the hospital. I mean, it was, when I couldn't even go in the same room because I heard her. It was hard to hear. I knew that if I stayed there, I was just going to make things worse. And, but anyways, so, yeah, I'll also get into the doctor negligence. Yeah, Discord. Discord's very good too. Yeah, I have that. One for like personal, and then one for the channel I have. And sorry, I'm just standing straight. No, but Discord's really good. So I'm still figuring that out, and I'm trying to delete my X account, but it's giving me problems. So obviously it's still there, but I don't support that platform because of Elon. So anyway, so my mom, so she was in bed. So they called the office, where the surgeon, like where like because it was an emergency, it was life or death. Absolutely, man, it was bad. So um, and they said ginger. One of the person, she was very nice on the phone. She said ginger ale, regular sugar. So that really helped her heal. And my dad called in the anti-nausea meds because he is a psychiatrist. They were supposed to. That's the negligence part. Um, so like, and then she just threw up one more time, and that's it. It wasn't severe, and she felt so much better. But that whole incident was really harsh, and oh boy, you'd be so surprised how negligent doctors and surgeons are, because you just feel like, I feel like, because a while ago, so I'll go into the negligence thing, explain a little bit into that, why I was so upset. My brother also, a couple months ago, broke his wrist. Nobody's ever broken a bone in the family. I've never broken a bone. And so he was at the hospital. I'm not laughing, but it's just things are going on all the time that it's just, I'm like, if it's not one thing, it's another. So they wrapped. I don't know too much about, you know, hospital stuff. And they didn't do it right. Like, it was what was it? His right, it's the right wrist. And they didn't do it right. And his arm was starting to feel numb. It was getting blue. And he had to take some stuff off because otherwise he couldn't feel, even though it was healing. So they went back, and this time, because this was on their part, I know people make mistakes, but I'm noticing this is not just a one-time thing. And the thing is, in the family history, we have more sensitivity, more issues. Or kind of we react. We're kind of the minority. Like, like most people do fine or don't have a bad reaction, but some, the little, do. But anyways, so boy, they didn't do it right. And so obviously when they went again, they didn't charge, obviously. Boy, that was bad. And my mom told me that her uncle, he, what was it, his leg he broke, and obviously what do you call it? I don't know what you call them, but they call it something. And the thing is, they didn't do it right. And he said to them, and he was complaining. He said, it doesn't feel right. So I'm like, oh, and the doctors, nurses are dismissing it. That ended up him losing a leg. And I was concerned for that of my brother. I didn't want to talk too much and reveal that too much about him, but that's a serious thing. And my brother, he has good instincts. He knows. He's like, I'm taking this off. Like he had some straps, but I had to go so many different doctors to get the right fitting, you could say. And he's recovered now, which is great. But oh my God, what was more stressful? Well, it's stressful for him to have a broken bone, but now you have people who really, I just feel like they're not listening. They just want to do their job and go home. And so you just kind of feel that based on my experience and the family, since this is, I noticed that there's a lot of negligence. My mom, uh, obviously they weren't like abusive or anything, but my mom had a bit more of a negative experience. Like the anesthesiologist, the nurse, they were kind of had an attitude, and she was the last patient there, so they wanted to walk out the door. Um, but not a good experience. And I mean, she got it done, surgery. She just fine. I mean, we're both fine, but obviously I didn't react because I had a what do you call it? Patch where it's a nausea patch. So, because usually a lot of people get nauseous, I didn't throw up or anything, and even so, it stays on and sticks on. And the anesthesiologist I had, he was really sweet. He really believed, he was really listening. And before I went in for my surgery, so I feel like that's why I wasn't throwing up and stuff. And she wasn't given that because also she was in it's a bit complicated. Okay, surgeon goes to different hospitals, has her own little hospital, a surgeon center. Everybody, I was upset because seeing my mom like that, and then my brother have that experience. Obviously, sometimes when I went to the hospital, they tend to have an attitude. I'm not saying everybody, not everybody, but it feels like it's so businesslike that there isn't enough caution with people. And my mom was upset. So, that was she's doing better, but she's still obviously just keeping an eye on her, make sure she's not, 'cause sometimes, she tends to overdo it, but, she's, I'm getting older, I'm 27, and a lot of people say, that's not old. Well, I'm aging too. I'm starting to have memory loss. I have gout. That's not good. That's in family history. I actually got it much earlier than my dad and my dad's brother. Um, Nothing so far with the heart. There is some heart history. But I noticed that. I'm very observant if there's a little change, and my stomach um is having a lot of digestion issues with so many things. Like I can't even eat a banana. I have to eat like carbs or fats or something. I don't mean like carbs, like I don't mean like pizzas and stuff, but yeah, there's a lot of physical. I take medication, but I don't know why now, you know. So even at 27, there's so many things. I have gout on my joints, gout on my feet, my toes, more on my right side, which is my dominant side. So my dad actually has gout, but he has it on his left side, which is also his dominant. And I said, why is it on the dominant side? So I just pointed out. He said, yeah, it's interesting. And then recently, I'm not going to show you, but left foot, I started to get psoriasis. So a lot of things are happening with me physically, aside from mental illness. I'm like, what's happening? But then I say, I'm aging. I'm not 16 anymore. So I have to take medicine for the gout. It's also a medicine that's for the heart, because my dad had 2 heart attacks in his lifetime. He's still alive. Well, 68 soon. I'll be 28 this year. Every day, I feel like every year it's kind of depressing. You get older and you notice. I get older and I notice things. But yeah, a lot kind of went on, and then with my mental state, it's like a blank space, and it's in waves. Obviously, managing it is important, not trying to let it consume me. But I think of it like a second kind of being, but not a good being, you know. So I mean, it is severe because it's you could say paused a lot of things in my life. And like, let's say I was going to do a stream, or I was going to take care of this because of my mental state. It's pretty bad. But so maybe I didn't give too much details, but yeah, my mom had surgery. She had a bad recovery time. There was a lot of there was negligence from my brother and my mom. Obviously, I was ready for the surgery. I'm like, just get it done. The only stressful part for me was the insurance stuff. I'm like, please accept, don't cancel it. Anyways, but yeah, quite a bit. Um, but my mom was so upset. She let them have it on the phone. She said she gave them, she let them know. And we know they're not going to change, but you could see there was this feeling of, there's really negligence. And just, I can't just trust doctors and surgeons anymore. It's not that easy anymore. You can't just, it's not, you never can't just trust, well, I can't. But seeing that, I just said, so it's not just, this is everywhere. My dad said, see, he's a psychiatrist, but he says it's actually common, and it would be uncommon, obviously, for them to really care, really listen, not get irritated, or at least if they were so tired in the work, they say, look, I'm sorry, I'm not smiling, and it's just, I'm just so exhausted. At least then knowing that, you're like, okay, I get it. I mean, the nurse I had, after the surgery, she was dull, you know, very dull. Um, my mom said if they could, after surgery, they would literally, if they could roll you out and just kick you out so that they're done with you. Um, but yeah, that was quite a bit. And then politics is not pleasant. I mean, I don't read too much of it, but that's not, obviously, I do not like Trump. I mean, the second administration, sorry, I just have a notification. Obviously, it was different. It's not the same. It's not a matter of party anymore. Which party or no party. It's some people still believe, but these guys are just not, they don't care. They don't care at all. Obviously, a lot of the Democrats are doing nothing. Republicans are siding with him, or they're not saying anything either. I don't know if I believe I read this somewhere. The power is within people. When you gather in such large crowds, especially protests, they're not going to be able to arrest thousands of people. So Trump has already caused so many problems within 2 months. Uh, so it's just, he's done so much damage and he's going to continue doing it. I don't know about this guy. That's why I started taking. Oh, yeah, I'm waiting for my CCW license, and I didn't think I would think of owning or using a gun, but with that, and they also help feed feral stray cats. And sometimes there are people that are not nice to their cats, and I want to just be careful. But I also just owning a what as cause I would typically not. But also with the Trump stuff, it's like, how do nowadays? And I don't own one, but I'm waiting for my license. I did the course, and so I got the basics down. So I'll go to the shooting range a couple times a month. I need to kind of I take need to find someone because I have a little rule that if you're renting from them, you need someone with you for like it's just like, I don't know, suicidal. The what if you bring your own weapon? You don't need to, but it's okay. It's just their policy. But they've been pretty good, and but it also, when I took the class, made me think. You know, you know, guns. It's even if you do self-defense, you'll still get arrested for manslaughter. And I'm like, okay, well, it's good that I know how to use it. So more like I know a bit about it. Like, okay, this is that. How would I be able to disarm? And I say, okay, martial arts is very important too. That's for self. I don't know if I'm just blabbering or not, but as a woman, I consider myself non-binary, but I still, I still use the she and her. Lately, things have also been too politically, people are taking it too far nowadays. It's politically incorrect to say this, and there's so much censoring things now. But yes, I'm just waiting for the license. I just my usual stuff: cleaning, organizing. Um, hmm, yeah, just looking to see. Yeah. Anyways, let's see. My usual routine, typical things, but um, I mean, there's a lot of things I want to be able to do, but I have to just focus one at a time. Otherwise, it's good. It does too much for my head, and so I'm so grateful for I use swag bucks, and I'm not. What do you call it? Advertising or no? There's a name. Promoting? No, not promoting. I don't know what it is. Represent something. Sponsoring, basically. And but it's just because I like the way how they do it compared to a lot of the others. So I'm just doing just mainly the games because they help me relax. And I can do other games. I know, and I wish my iPad would have the camera while you're again. Obviously, I have an older iPad. I have a fifth generation. So obviously that still learning about a lot of things, but I'm also dealing with all this stuff. My hair is a bit of a mess. Also, this is kind of my natural hair state, but anyway. Oh, I know. I've just I haven't been avoiding. It's just more when I'm not in a mentally good place, it's hard to do anything. And that's the worst thing that's ever happened in my life. Even though you don't see scars, there's like emotional scars, if that's a way. It really takes a piece away from me every day, where there's only enough where I'm kind of existing, but so managing that. And Kiwi's quiet. He's a good bird. Let's see. Well, that was quite a bit. It's getting warmer slowly. It's cool, and then it's warm again. Um, let's see. Yeah, my dad's birthday's coming up. Um, and then their my mom's birthday then is coming up. They're in the same month, but not on the same day. And I found a nice card actually. I thought it's really cute. So me and my brother signed it. So we just keep it simple. We don't do like anything big because we just don't like the idea of a birthday, to be honest. So I was born in June 97, 16th. So, but yeah, it's not I mean, it may sound like when I'm talking, it's an excuse, but when people don't really, some people who have mental illness, but they don't have it to that severity, probably think, oh, just control it, just tough it up, go, push through it, if that makes sense. And with my level, I can't just do that. And also, I'm glad I take my meds. I take about 4 different meds, and then I had the gout, which is 5. Let's see, because it started a couple of days ago. I was walking my dog, and I felt something wrong with my foot. I'm like, I remember my dad said when he had, gout just came in my mind. And so my joints, my right foot, my left foot, I still do. Psoriasis, memory loss, um, not like where I forget major things, but it's been a bit better lately. But anyways, yeah, a lot of stuff mentally, physically going on with my parents. Uh, Still feeding the cats, I guess you say colonies. Found the ladies, uh, they were able to reunite a family with their cat that's been gone for a month, which is great. I said, how'd they get out? Because I feed cats. Because there's some that are born, but there's a lot that are abandoned. So, actually, I'm not saying in a laughing way, in a funny. It's not funny at all. A couple days ago, so I was feeding. I parked my car on the side, and obviously it was a misunderstanding, but I saw a person, a woman, and I'm like, what's she doing? I'm like, is she holding a cat? And then I'm like, wait a minute, am I witnessing somebody abandoning? And then when I said, hi, what are you doing? Obviously, she was kind of caught off guard, but she was actually just taking her puppy for a bathroom, but it's just there were no leash. So I was like, oh, sorry, I thought one of our cats came to you. So obviously I just continued on, but I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, I thought I witnessed somebody actually abandon, but no. But, well, at least I paid attention. I was panicking because I'm like, is this actually happening? But it's just a little misunderstanding. I couldn't tell because she was holding I'm like, huh. And there was no leash at all. So I wasn't able to, I couldn't tell, and I was nervous. So, so I wasn't sure. I didn't know. And I just, so it was, at least I said something. I wasn't trying to offend her, but at least, I mean, I've never witnessed, but I thought I witnessed, but I was glad that I didn't. It wasn't that, but yeah, so quite a bit. Um, let's see. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just a bit tired. not really tired, but kind of mentally. And I don't like when my hair is, I wish it was naturally straight. Um, it's okay, I'll just do a simple style. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot going on. Um, sorry. My dad, he's almost in his 70s. I'm almost in my 30s, and you can't work forever. That I know. And I'm not trying to freeload on them. That's obviously I'm grateful, but but I feel so bad. I'm like, man, and obviously they said it's okay. And considering with everything, the things going on right now, it's good to stay together. But I do want to make sure I have some form of a regular, not I don't know if normal income aside from the little swag bucks games I do. Um, so the stock market is really bad. So I wouldn't even consider because it's really bad. Um, it's gone down. Uh, let's see. Yeah, my brother's back at work, and his wrist, not his arm, it's his wrist, but man, that's recovered nicely. Um, but yeah, quite a bit. Um, some allergies, I'd say. So the weather's kind of up and down, but it's been getting warmer again, but sometimes then it's cloudy and it rains. So when did I get a haircut? I'm trying to grow my hair. Well, I want to grow my hair, but when did I get it? Every 8 weeks? Not sure, but let's see. I'll see. Four cats, a dog, a bird. One of my cats is 16 years old. She doesn't hear anymore. She's delicate, and I take her to the groomer now, and they're really good with her. And she's a very lovable cat in general. She likes dogs, but she doesn't like cats. And she actually tends to be a bully, but she's just old now that she rests a lot, so I just keep an eye on her. It's just Kiwi's doing good, my bird. Yeah, he's doing good, no problem. Uh, he's not too troublesome. Uh, when I wake up and I'm like, it's so nice to see him. Or he tries to wake me up by making noise. So he's really funny. He helps at least make things more bearable, along with the cats and my dog Lily. I really feel like she's a Chiweenie based on her build, but yeah, there's a lot of that and feeding the cats, the colonies. Yeah, there's two locations, but it's like behind, like PetSmart, on a Target, a gym, and a gas station. So, um, yeah, so my cat is, I mean, so far everybody's kind of, I guess, somewhat, I mean, not obviously in regards to myself, I'm stable right now. Um, but it's up and down, so, but I should be at least, it's hard to do even anything at all. It's just like, I don't want to shower, I don't want to brush my teeth, I don't want to eat. I just kind of just want to disappear, not in a suicidal way, but it's just like I don't want anybody bothering me, kind of like that. But my bird kind of makes me kind of like get up a little bit. So, because it's also his room too. It's not just my room anymore. Even though he has a nice big cage, he doesn't stay there all day. This is no longer just my room, my closet, my bathroom. It's his as well because we're kind of roommates, and I have no problem with that. But he's a very It's very fascinating. It's just because I never had a exotic bird like him. So I just think about how far he's come, the progress he's made, how he just was he'll come on my shoulder, on my head, on my headphones. He's a funny little dude. And he mimics the sounds. If I nap, he'll actually start taking a nap too. I can see him. I peek and I say he's sleeping a bit too. So I'm like, I hope that sometimes you question yourself. You're like, I hope they love you. And I research. I'm like, signs that your bird loves you. And then some like, he does love me. I mean, a lot of things he does. He's not aggression. He actually, he wants to be part of things. And he's hilarious. He gets jealous. He doesn't like the cats or the dogs at all. He gets upset when they're around me and he sees it. They're making maybe some noise, but he gets offended. It's funny though. It's just he's just a fun, hilarious bird. But birds need a lot of attention. Um, but there was a time we thought of getting and adopting a second bird, but it's good we didn't because the more dogs, cats you have, the less attention each one gets. Some are different. One of my cats, he's like very independent and he's not so much into like bonding with us. Oh, I thought I felt something. I thought one of my cats got in, but no, so still quite a bit. Let's see. Anything else? Anything? Well, nothing too interesting, but yeah, let's see. I'll say a lot of, I guess, more problematic things. Let me see. I try to make sure I stand straight so my back isn't like it's positioned right. So sorry, just kind of maybe kind of a boring stream, but I don't really have like a script. I don't like look at script. I'm like, okay, I should have like an outline at least, but sometimes I just say what's going on. And sometimes you'll see noise, or you see the cats, you hear my bird, you'll hear people, you'll hear noise outside. So I'm not I'm in a neighborhood, so it tends to be noisy, and so there's always stuff going on, construction, people, always doing things, just kind of doing activities. I haven't walked my dog in a while because of the gout, and the neighborhood I live in, see, I'm just looking to see. I think it's a bit swollen. I'm not sure. I don't want to show. That's not a good sight. Hi, nice to see you. But man, I usually walk my dog, and she loves going outside. She really loves going outside a lot, and she's obsessed with it. But she's I'm just streaming, kind of updating what's going on with my life right now. Why I haven't been like streaming video games lately. Just there's a lot of stuff that, and I usually what I do is that was it Suki 119. I hope I didn't. I don't know if I said that right, but I yeah, just a bit sleepy too. But yeah, just there was a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I could. My hair is definitely messy. This is frizzy. The thing is with my hair, I like flat, straight hair, but I really like to get my hair colored. I love the fashion colors. Is what they call it. Yeah, it's not a bad. Yeah, it's just I will kind of bed hair, you could say. So I was gonna say how long? This it's about this long. see. Yeah, it's just, yeah. I'm trying to grow it more long. I haven't actually checked, but see, it's different when it looks straight. So this is the length. Well, this is typically this is the length, but it's growing at least. That's good. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, braid, pigtail. Guess so. So I have a reason I'm bringing this up. I have a bird, and he does not like when my hair is up or in a ponytail. He gets ups because my mom said, I think he thinks your hair is like your feathers. So when it's kind of in a ponytail or in a bun, he gets so angry because he loves what's going on my shoulder, and he likes my hair clearly. He does not like when it's in a cap, even when I put a shower cap. Yeah, sure. Let me see. Okay, let me see. My mask on. Let me see. Where are you? Wait. There you are. No, you this way. And there he is. His name is Kiwi, and he is a green peach face lover for a couple years. He's interesting. Couple years old. All healthy. Hello. I need to get your beak filed. But anyways, so yeah, so I also like to keep my hair down as well. So, but so much it's hot outside, I have to put it up. I sweat a lot, and if I could adjust this. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he just had a flight round, so, but he doesn't like when my hair is not down. He's so upset and so offended because it's like it's he likes it. He just likes it, and he even doesn't like when I have headphones on. He tries to. He's not aggressive, but he just you can. I feel the anger. He makes those sounds. I'm like he's angry. He sounds, but yeah, I don't do too much beauty stuff, makeup. I'll see again hair. Definitely, I thought of getting it colored, and then the same color as him, but darker, not that light, and surprising him with it. But then eyebrows should also. Oh, can you hear me? I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't have all the fancy equipment. Maybe it's the way I talk, or maybe it's the connection. Huh. Let's see. All right. How about now? Can you hear me now? I just raised my voice. Yeah. I'm gonna. I will. Oh man. I'm sorry. Um. My bird noticed. I will. Do you? Um. Sorry. Some things in my glasses sometimes. But Oh, I was gonna say every stream I do, I put on the YouTube channel, so that and people can look back of people when they say, "Oh, what are you talking about?" If you look in the beginning, you're like, "Oh, she was talking about this." But yeah, it's really just kind of life updates, a lot of things going on with me, not necessarily pleasant things, but I don't want to make this channel like a depressing, pessimistic type. Okay, popular. Just thinking. Sure. Yeah, 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 I'm just trying to think how, popular. I don't know. Popular. No, I keep my mask on for privacy reasons. So it's just kind of just a preference, really. I don't show my real name. I don't reveal where I live. There are specific things I don't reveal. This is just more, just kind of a boundary for me, and just I feel comfortable that way. I'm not sick. I'm trying to find a bit of a cooler mask, but anyway. I know. Are you incured? Not sure what that means. Not quite sure. Oh, yeah, no, but I'm not sick or anything. I have no deformities. Just like privacy, just completely privacy, and I feel comfortable that way. When I started streaming, I just said mask is better. So it's getting warm again. So, but then it this is the kind of I'm in the place where it can get up to 115, 118, and it's been just increasing each year. So, but how long have I been streaming for? About 46 minutes. Let's see. It's 9:19 a.m. where I live. I'm just getting a little warm. I need to have to take care of some things. My mom is kind of in bed. She's kind of recovering from some stuff. So let's see. I mean, I can blue sky I'm on, so see it's easier because then my middle. I don't know. Middle line. Don't know what that means. Base. My head. Oh, you mean this? I've always had this, but I don't know. But it doesn't really bother me. I don't know if you meant this or if you mean this. Sorry. Middle part? Yeah. This I've always had as a kid. I don't have like patches of hair loss. I always had this. My mom's even mentioned to me, I'm like, oh, I have this? Or like, I don't like lose like so much hair, except well, not except, but I don't wash my hair every day, but yeah, second person, aside from my mom, nobody else really, yeah, I mean, yeah, I could find some treatment maybe, but I guess, yeah, middle line, that's what you mean, okay. Yeah, it was always like that, so, I don't know why. I mean, my mom, my dad, they don't have it, my brother does, he has nice thick hair. It is beautiful and nice and wavy. And I don't know, I always had this. But I can always look at treatments. Yeah, I'm trying to get, like, based on my height, 5'6", I'm trying to get it kind of, like, hip, a bit above the belly button, I guess you could say. So, I'm not doing too much heat stuff because I do want it to grow. But, obviously I don't put too many products in my hair. But I definitely want to get it colored. Like a dark green or a dark purple. But still noticeable. I'm just thinking, because based on my height, show. Sorry, I don't quite understand. You mean my height? I don't think I can really show my. I mean, I'm 5'6". That's all like. I mean, I'm 5'6". Yeah, this is my natural hair color. Sorry if I don't. I'm not. I don't know if I quite understand, but oh, I'd say maybe here, I'd say around So kind of like, yeah, wasteland almost. So that's kind of where I want to grow it. So I think I'll end the stream here because I gotta take care of some stuff and some chores. But I do want to say thank you for watching, for commenting. So apologize for that. I'm still figuring out. I'm still a newbie to Twitch and the making digital content, but I do want to work on getting better with that. It's just I deal with severe mental illness, so that a lot of times can pause and halt things. So, but anyways, thank you. Appreciate it, and appreciate your questions. I enjoyed them, and I will end it just for now. Thank you.